Welcome to today's episode of Dravidian News TV podcast, where we discuss pressing issues that matter to the people of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. I am your host Bharadwaj, and today we are addressing an urgent and vital demand: the need for a Journalist Protection Act in Telangana. Journalism is one of the cornerstones of democracy. Journalists are the voice of the people, shedding light on truths, holding those in power accountable, and ensuring transparency in governance. However, the increasing threats, harassment, and violence against journalists have made it clear that their safety cannot be left unprotected. In recent years, cases of intimidation and attacks on journalists have risen across the country. Telangana is no exception to this growing trend. Journalists are facing challenges not only from individuals but also from systemic issues that threaten their ability to work freely and fearlessly. This brings us to the urgent need for the Telangana government to enact a Journalist Protection Act. Such an act would provide a legal framework to safeguard journalists against violence, harassment, and undue pressure. The act should include provisions to ensure immediate investigation and action against attacks on journalists, provide compensation and support to families of journalists who face harm in the line of duty, set up a grievance redressal mechanism for journalists facing threats, penalize those attempting to suppress the press through intimidation or legal harassment. While we demand action from the government, we must also recognize the role of civil society. A free press is essential for a healthy democracy, and every citizen benefits from the work that journalists do. By raising our voices and showing solidarity, we can ensure that the Journalist Protection Act becomes a priority for our policymakers. We encourage you, our listeners, to spread this message, write to your elected representatives, and join campaigns advocating for journalist safety. Together, we can create a safer environment for the press to thrive. We at Dravidian News TV podcast urge the Telangana government to introduce legislation for the Journalist Protection Act without delay. Journalists are the fourth pillar of democracy, and their protection is essential for safeguarding the rights and freedoms of every citizen. Thank you for tuning in today's episode. Share this podcast with your friends and family to spread awareness about this critical issue. Stay connected with Dravidian News TV podcast for more updates and discussions on the issues that matter most. Until next time, this is Bharadwaj signing off. Stay safe, stay informed.